Today is a WRAL weather alert day. I'll show you when this rain arrives in our area coming up.
Breaking news. 2 men now face charges for a recent string of vehicle break-ins in Wake County. How investigators made the break in the case with help from 2 other counties.
And welcome news for Americans. Today's Consumer Price Index report came out and showing that inflation unexpectedly slowed in November.
Today is a WRAL weather alert day. As we take a live look at downtown Raleigh, the clouds are starting to build up, and later this afternoon, those clouds will bring us rain. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Renee Chu.
And I'm Michelle McConaughey in for Chris Lovingood. Thanks for joining us. Meteorologist Amy Wilmoth is here in the WRAL Severe Weather Center to let us know when the rain arrives and how long it could stick around, Amy.
We issued the alert day because this rain likely arrives just in time for the evening commute. It continues this evening and into the overnight hours until very early Friday morning. All of central North Carolina should get a good rain, a good soaking rain from this. Right now, the radar is pretty quiet. There's some rain in the North Carolina mountains, but here, still quiet. It should remain quiet for the next several hours. It's very mild outside, so while it's quiet and there's no rain, try to get outside. Upper 50s and low 60s out there right now. But we have moisture coming in from the Gulf. We also have a cold front moving in from the west. Those combined are allowing a lot of moisture to build across our area in the coming hours, and so rain chances will increase as we progress through the day today. So quiet now. Around 3 o'clock, maybe some showers mainly south and west of the triangle. It'd be fairly light at that point. We start to see this increase as we head toward the evening commute. This is around 5 o'clock this evening, the rain moving into the triangle. It should be fairly widespread by about 7 o'clock this evening. Same thing at 8, 9, 10 o'clock tonight. And it will continue until the front can move all the way through the area, and that won't happen until early tomorrow morning. So here's our rain chances for the evening commute. It looks to be fairly wet with an 80% chance by the time we get to 7 o'clock this evening, and temperatures will remain mild. This rain comes at a good time. We just got a new drought monitor in. It remains the same for our area, but it has worsened for the North Carolina mountains. I'll show you how much rain we could get from the system coming up.
And happening now in the WRAL Live Center, because of the rainy weather that Amy just mentioned, tonight's Holiday Express postponed. Well, all those tickets will be honored on Sunday, December 21st. Now, people opting for full refund can contact Ticketmaster. For partial refund, contact Holiday Express at raleighnc.gov. Keep in mind, Sunday is the last day for the Holiday Express.
All right, thank you, Ken. And stay on top of the latest storm developments with the new WRAL News app. Download it for free from the Apple and Google app stores. Then turn on alerts to get notified about severe weather in your location.
Breaking within the last hour, new arrests in a string of Wake County car break-ins. 2 are now charged after people living near Wake Forest reported guns, credit cards, and other items stolen from their cars. WRAL's Flynn Snyder is live in one of the neighborhoods that saw those car break-ins. Flynn, the suspects are also charged with similar thefts in neighboring counties.
Yeah, Renee, these new charges stem from roughly 15 car break-ins that happened in secluded neighborhoods just west of Wake Forest, similar to this one in late November and early December. Take a look at the surveillance footage from a home we first showed you over the weekend. Neighbors say it shows one of those break-ins with a suspect rummaging through a car parked in a driveway. Now, 2 people are facing charges. The Wake County Sheriff's Office says Justin Ramirez Duarte and Keyshawn Bird both face larceny and burglary charges stemming from these break-ins. Investigators say Duarte also faces charges for similar break-ins in Orange County. Meanwhile, Bird is in custody for charges connected to car break-ins in Chatham County. The Wake County Sheriff, Willie Rowe, released a statement not too long ago saying that coordination and communication with both the Orange and Chatham County Sheriff's offices was crucial in bringing these charges for these car break-ins, although authorities note that this investigation is not over and that the Sheriff's Office is looking into the possibility of whether more people could be connected to these thefts here just west of Wake Forest. Flint Snyder, WRAL News, live in Wake County.
And happening now in the WRAL Live Center, we want to follow up on some breaking news right now. This plane crash at an Iredell County airport. This picture from the airport showing the plane in a massive ball of flames after the crash. The Iredell County Sheriff confirming several people are dead as a result of this fiery crash. The Cessna C-550 airplane went down at Statesville Regional Airport around 10:15 this morning. No word yet on how many people were on board or their identities. Now, according to the City of Statesville website, this airport is city-owned and provides corporate aviation facilities for Fortune 500 companies and several NASCAR teams. So again, we don't know how many people were on board or who were on board. As soon as we get any new information, we'll follow up here in the WRAL Live Center.
It's just a terrible scene. Thank you, Ken. Well, the man accused of shooting and killing a 12-year-old last month now faces a second murder charge. Tyron Washington was originally charged with involuntary manslaughter. Police say the 20-year-old shot 12-year-old Kyrell Stewart during a gathering the day after Thanksgiving. Washington is being held with no bond in the Johnston County Detention Center. And a water main break in Fayetteville has been repaired. This was what the intersection of Rose Hill Road and Ramsey Street looked like at 10:30 last night. Officers thought that it might take days to repair, but it did reopen to the public around 10:30 this morning.
President Trump delivered a rare primetime White House address focusing on the economy. During the speech, the president repeatedly blamed Joe Biden for digging a hole he says the country is now climbing out of. Trump announced holiday bonuses for members of the military. He addressed affordability concerns, claiming that prices are down.
Inflation has stopped. Wages are up. Prices are down. Our nation is strong. America is respected, and our country is back stronger than ever before.
And yesterday, House Republicans passed a narrow health care bill aimed at small businesses and those self-employed. It does not address skyrocketing premiums that will impact millions of Americans next month.
Call it an early Christmas gift. New inflation numbers released this morning show consumer prices rose less than expected. WRAL's Kelsey Coffey walks us through what changed and why it matters right now.
We just found out inflation is at 2.7%. Now, that's a little bit lower than what economists expected, but that still means that whether you're buying last-minute gifts like toys from Target or buying some ingredients for your family's Christmas meal, you may be paying more money this year compared to last. Prices for food like beef, bacon, and chicken breasts have gone up in the last year. The average price of orange juice has gone up more than $1. This, according to data collected by NBC News. Duke economist Connell Fullenkamp says tariffs are impacting the price of toys this Christmas. But those tariffs could be gone in the next few months if the Trump administration removes them or the Supreme Court blocks them.
Some people are suggesting that you might be better off by putting off some of those purchases, especially things like toys that are very popular at Christmas, because some of those tariffs that have been put on a lot of these products that we import might actually be removed.
We track prices at local stores every week. So if you want to find the best prices for groceries in the Triangle, just head to WRAL.com and search Grocery Tracker. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News in Raleigh.
A health alert.
And let's take a look at Wall Street right now after that latest report to see how the markets are faring. Right now, the Dow Jones up 190 points, the S&P 500 up 66, and NASDAQ up 363 points at this hour.
A health alert if you've traveled through RDU recently. Authorities say someone with measles came through Terminal 2 on the morning of December 10th. If you were at the airport between 4 and 8 a.m. on December 10th, health officials say you should monitor yourself for symptoms until January 5th. First, if you think you are infected, do not leave your house unless you are getting medical help. Doctors say vaccination is the #1 proven way to prevent infection. If someone chooses not to get vaccinated, they should avoid public gatherings. The Department of Health and Human Services has terminated millions of dollars in funding to the American Academy of Pediatrics. DHHS says the programs do not align with the Trump administration's priorities. Now, the cuts will impact funding to programs dedicated to reducing sudden infant death, rural access to health care, and early identification of autism. The organization, which represents 67,000 pediatricians, is already suing Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. over vaccine policy changes. It is now considering legal action over this funding loss.
Next at noon, the manhunt for the Brown University shooter enters day 5. Now police are asking for the public's help where the investigation stands right now.
Also, a scuffle inside the Albanian parliament over corruption allegations. We'll tell you who's at the center of it.
Plus, get those gifts in the mail. We have all the important shipping deadlines you need to know ahead of Christmas.
Coming up next, sea storms moving in with WRAL's exclusive Dual Doppler 5000, sponsored by the WRAL Weather app. Download now for live radar.
Police in Providence, Rhode Island are turning to the community for crucial information in a deadly mass shooting. Investigators released another new photo of a person who was in proximity of the person of interest around the time of the attack.
Authorities also released a map showing the streets where the person of interest was present in the hours before Saturday's attack. NBC's Aaron McLaughlin reports from Providence, Rhode Island.
Hey there. Well, we're 5 days in and still no suspect. Authorities once again appealing to the public for help. This time they want more information about a new individual that they say was seen in close proximity with the person of interest that is at the heart of this investigation. The two were seen in close proximity the hours prior to the attack. We don't know much more than that. They did put out some surveillance images of this new individual wearing a hoodie and a jacket. You can more clearly see this individual's face. This as the university comes under scrutiny about its security arrangements. Behind me, you see the building where the attack took place. Lots of questions this morning about the cameras inside that building. Now, you see the modern portion of the building behind me. That portion of the building, authorities say, has cameras. Behind that is the older part of the building. That's the part of the building that does not have cameras. That's where the attack took place. The attorney general says that had the gunman entered the modern part of the building, their face would have been caught on camera and he'd likely be in custody by now. Brown University in a statement says they're going to review all security arrangements on campus. Back to you.
Australian leaders vowed to crack down on hate crimes as the family of the youngest victim of the Bondi Beach mass shooting was laid to rest. 10-year-old Matilda had been enjoying Hanukkah festivities with her family when the father and son duo opened fire. Her family asked that her last name be withheld. At the family's request, people at that funeral service in Sydney held bouquets of flowers, framed photos of Matilda, dolls, and stuffed animals.
President Zelensky is in Belgium today asking the European Union for a massive loan for his country to keep fighting using Russia's frozen assets. Western Europe, European countries, and the U.S. will provide security guarantees for Ukraine if there is a deal. However, Russian President Vladimir Putin is opposed to that. The Trump administration has set a deadline for Christmas Eve. Protests erupted today inside the Albanian parliament. Opposition lawmakers lit flares, threw water bottles, and scuffled over corruption allegations against the deputy of the prime minister and other officials. The opposition lawmakers initially blocked some of the minister's seats to prevent the swearing-in ceremony of the new people's advocate. He was eventually sworn in at the end of the ceremony amidst the flames.
The father of a teen accused in a mass shooting last year at Georgia High School appeared in court a short time ago. Colin Gray's case is moving closer to trial. Prosecutors say Gray gave his then 14-year-old son Colt access to the rifle used in the attack that killed 4 people and hurt 9 others. Colin Gray faces nearly 30 charges. He has pleaded not guilty. Colt Gray appeared in court last week, but no trial has been set as the court waits for his mental evaluation. Well, state officials in Texas approve a $50 million grant toward paying for flood warning sirens and systems. The system would be used to prevent another tragedy like the July 4th flooding at Camp Mystic. 25 girls and 2 counselors were swept away from the all-girls Christian camp situated along the banks of the Guadalupe River. The legislature tasked the Water Development Board with determining where those systems should be required and with administering the funding.
Giving back this holiday season through WRAL's annual Coats for the Children campaign. Now through December 31st, we need your help to gather as many new or gently used coats, hats, and gloves as possible. To find a neighborhood Jiffy Lube drop-off location near you or to make a monetary donation, scan the code on your screen. You can also go to WRAL.com/coats. Help WRAL and the Salvation Army spread warmth and hope. Our temperatures right now are very mild. You do not need the heavy coat, but a little later you may need the raincoat, and you'll soon see why it's a WRAL weather alert day, Amy.
Yeah, the rain kind of coming in at an inconvenient time right during the evening commute. So our rain chances will climb as we progress through the day. Rain totals look to be fairly decent, anywhere from half an inch up to about an inch of rain with this round that will continue overnight tonight into early Friday morning. So here's the setup here. We have some moisture coming in from the Gulf, and then we also have a cold front that's moving in from the west, and this is going to arrive early tomorrow morning. Behind the front, it will cool down a little bit. It'll be a little cooler heading into Saturday, but ahead of it, it's fairly mild today. Temperatures in the 60s. But check out our rain chances hour by hour. They really start to go up during the evening hours and especially after sunset and late tonight into the overnight hours. And I can't rule out an isolated rumble of thunder. I don't expect severe weather. The coast, however, is in a level 1 severe threat, a level 1 out of 5. The rain should start to approach our area by the time we get to the evening commute. This is 5 o'clock, so scattered showers with the heaviest rain still just to the west of us. By the time we get to 7 o'clock, we start to see that pick up a little bit. Most of the area covered in some rain, and that will continue after sunset. This is 10 o'clock tonight, scattered showers, maybe a rumble of thunder or two. The cold front still well to the west of us. By the time we get to tomorrow morning around 5 o'clock, that cold front making its way through the North Carolina mountains, and another round of rain will be possible very early in the morning. This is 8 o'clock in the morning. We'll have a broken line of showers along the front as it starts to move through. So we could have a little bit of rain for the morning commute tomorrow. It's not going to be as widespread as what we'll get this evening and tonight. And then that front clears the area and we'll have clearing skies and pretty breezy conditions through the day tomorrow. A look at how much rain we could get. This is a look at several different models, anywhere from about 3/4 of an inch to maybe an inch of rain appear possible with this round, which is good because we continue to be in a moderate drought. Something else to keep in mind, we're not in a wind advisory or anything like that, but the mountains are in a wind advisory. They could see gusts up to 50 miles per hour, especially in the northern mountains in the higher elevations, and high wind warnings for these darker shades that you see. So if you have travel plans, you might need to take some Dramamine before you get on the plane if you're headed out to those locations. This is a live look at Raleigh, and it's pretty quiet. We have some clouds in place, so it's a bit of a gray day, but it's mild. So for the next few hours, you should be able to get outside and enjoy these mild temperatures, 50s and low 60s. Then the rain moves in this evening and continues overnight tonight. Again, an isolated storm possible, but I don't expect severe weather. So the weather alert day in place today because that rain arrives during the evening commute, continues tonight into early tomorrow morning. It'll be breezy tomorrow. I'll talk more about the wind gusts hour by hour coming up in the next half hour. Check out the weekend looking good. Sunny Saturday. It will be cool, 54 for the high. It gets milder Sunday, 62 for the high. And then look at Christmas Eve, 63 for Christmas Eve. So looks like a mild start to the holiday.
I don't think Santa needs his coat.
Definitely not. Look, if it's not going to snow, might as well be warm.
Exactly.
Coming up on our news this afternoon, a creek shouldn't look like this, but it does in Hillsborough. Today at 4, we share what turned the water bright green, and we'll tell you about cleanup efforts.
Plus, protecting children. It's a parent's #1 job. A new investigation found online misinformation makes that harder than ever. Tonight at 5, the report outlining why some parents are having a hard time keeping infants safe. And still ahead this noon, from Dutch ovens to knife sets and mixers, 5 on your side shares the highest rated kitchen gifts this holiday season.
Fake refunds. This scam is hitting more inboxes than ever this year. How you can avoid falling for this ploy. Some of the most sought after gifts each holiday season are items most of us use daily. Kitchen items. 5 on your side's Ashley Rowe shares some of the top picks for gifts this year.
Consumer Reports experts curated a Buy It for Life kitchen guide with recommendations for the right tools and appliances that can deliver great performance for years. This OXO stainless steel cookware set is an indulgent splurge, and it earned top marks in CR's performance and durability tests. Or consider a kitchen must-have, the Dutch oven.
A Dutch oven's a great gift because many of them are built to last a lifetime, and they're just really versatile. They can be used to marinate food in the fridge, they can go to the stovetop, in the oven, and they're beautiful, so you can also serve from them.
CR's tests found that Lodge's essential enamel cast iron Dutch oven with a limited lifetime warranty offers performance similar to Le Creuset's Dutch oven for a fraction of the price. Processors, stand mixers, and blenders, always great gifts as well. The Vitamix 5200 blender consistently earns the top spot in CR's tests. In addition to its stellar performance and durability, it's reliable, and Vitamix owners tell CR they love their blenders. For bakers, consider new cookie sheets like these durable ones from Nordic Ware. Finally, since you can never have too many knives, this chef's knife from Henkel's is a great buy starting at $40. Other ideas from CR experts: if you're looking for white elephant gifts or stocking stuffers, kitchen towels, oven mitts, wine bottle openers, or stainless steel measuring cups. Ashley Rowe, 5 on your side.
Many shoppers are turning to the internet to check items off their Christmas list. But beware of fake refund scams. Thieves are targeting holiday shoppers whose inboxes are full with offers and orders. A fake refund scam email will usually include your real name, a real store logo, a real order amount, and pressure to respond within 24 hours. To avoid being targeted, experts say shoppers should never click a refund link in emails or texts. Turn on multi-factor authentication and remove personal information from data brokers.
One way to avoid an online scam is to give the gift of cash. A new Associated Press poll finds that most American adults think it's okay to receive cash as a holiday gift. 6 in 10 adults say cash or gift cards are, quote, very acceptable for a present. Younger adults are more likely to favor cash gifts compared to those above 45 years old. And when it comes to secondhand gifts, only 6 in 10 adults say re-gifted items are somewhat acceptable. So today we are asking, is cash an acceptable Christmas gift? Share your voice right now by scanning the QR code on your screen, or you can head to WRAL.com/yourvoice. We'll share the results before the end of this newscast.
The Federal Trade Commission has launched an investigation into Instacart's pricing policy. A study released last week showed Instacart's prices on the same item can vary by around 7%, resulting in over $1,000 of additional costs annually for some customers. Instacart has said previously that retailers set prices in the app. It has not yet responded publicly to the FTC's investigation.
Coming up, holiday shipping. Time is running out to get those packages to their destination by Christmas. The important deadlines you need to know.
And making new memories, how those grieving loss can overcome the pain from the past during the holiday season. But first, here's a look at your winning North Carolina Education Lottery numbers. Today is a WRAL weather alert day. Rain is on the way, and that could have a big impact on the evening commute.
And WRAL meteorologist Amy Wilmoth explains when we could start to see things pick up. Amy.
Still pretty quiet right now. The rain is really picking up in between the Charlotte and Asheville area. And all of this is headed our way and will impact the evening commute and will continue overnight tonight. Right now we have one small little sprinkle or shower in northern Hope County. Not a big deal. But as we progress through the day today, we'll start to see those rain chances go up. The travel forecast for the next several days. Today is the worst here locally, and then things get better. We're dry through the weekend and into early next week. So hour by hour, when will this rain move move into our area. Really, it starts to pick up during the evening commute. About a 50 to 60% chance for scattered showers at 5 and 6 o'clock this evening. That goes to an 80 to 90% chance for scattered showers after sunset. And this will continue until the front can clear the area, and that's not going to happen until tomorrow morning. So we could even see some lingering showers into the first part of your Friday. Most of Friday will be dry, but during the morning hours, we do have that chance for a couple of showers as the front swings on by. Then as we head into the second half of our Friday, clearing skies will take place. It will be fairly windy, but it will be dry for the rest of the day. Coming up, I'm going to talk about the wind gusts and how strong those could be and when they'll likely be at their strongest coming up in about 15 minutes.
All right, thank you, Amy. And make sure you download the new WRAL News app and turn on the notifications. We will alert you to changing weather conditions and traffic issues across the viewing area.
And happening now in the WRAL Live Center, we continue to stay on top of that breaking news coming out of Iredell County. Let's take you to this picture from a crash that happened around 10:15 this morning. The Iredell County Sheriff's Office confirming a Cessna C550 airplane went down to the Statesville Regional Airport about 10:15 this morning. This picture shows the ball of fire after that crash. Now, right now, we don't know how many people were on board or the identities of those people. According to the Statesville City website, this is a city-owned airport that provides corporate aviation facilities for Fortune 500 companies and NASCAR teams. This is a press conference that's just about to begin there in Iredell County. We will listen in and let you know exactly what happened, and if any new information comes about, we'll update you here in the WRAL Live Center.
We know you will, Ken. Thank you. Can you believe Christmas is 1 week from today? You might have the gifts, but if they are still at your house, that might be a problem. WRAL's Ali Calabar breaks down the shipping deadlines for those wanting to make sure that their packages arrive by Christmas.
And whether you're mailing a package or ordering online, time is running out. For USPS, the ground shipping deadline has already passed, but today is the last day for Priority Mail Service. And you have until December 20th for Priority Mail Express. USPS says they prepared all year to make sure your packages get to your loved ones by Christmas.
Over the past 5 years, we've made a lot of significant improvements. We've installed more than 600 high-speed package sorting machines throughout the country. Many of those are right here in North Carolina. So it's one of those things that we're well prepared.
Amazon Prime shoppers have until December 22nd. Non-Prime customers' deadline passed, but you can order by the 20th with expedited shipping. Walmart's next day delivery cutoff is 12:30 p.m. on December 23rd, and Target recommends today for standard shipping and the 22nd for premium. And UPS 3-day domestic shipping deadline is tomorrow. FedEx Express is Saturday. We have a full list of all those shipping deadlines on WRAL.com. Reporting in Raleigh, Ali Calabar, WRAL News.
The mad rush to head out of town for the holidays is just about to start, and TSA is getting ready for the spike in passengers. Between December 20th and New Year's Day, AAA predicts that 8 million people will be taking domestic flights. That's a more than 2% increase over last year. TSA's head of security at Reagan National Airport says his agency is prepared for the surge in travelers.
We do expect a significant increase in holiday travel during this holiday period. We cover about 15 days over the 3 holidays that we celebrate together. But we don't expect any major rushes through the airports. We're well prepared to help you and your traveling companions through safely and efficiently.
And a few things that you should know if you plan to travel with gifts. TSA recommends putting your gifts in boxes or bags that are easy to disassemble. If an alarm is triggered, you will have to unwrap that gift. Electronic gifts can travel in a carry-on. Baked goods are allowed, but liquids need to be packed in a checked bag. You can check the TSA or FAA's websites for a full list of restrictions. And despite a slight increase in travel nationwide, holiday travel at Charlotte Douglas is expected to be noticeably lower than last year. Officials are projecting more than 2.5 million travelers between now and January 4th. That's roughly a double-digit percentage drop compared to the last holiday period.
There's new trouble for the state agency tasked with helping hurricane victims get homes. It's now the subject of a lawsuit. WRAL Investigates Sarah Kruger has a look at her story that will air in full tonight at 6.
For this story, we came here to New Bern, about 2 hours from Raleigh, because the lawsuit centers around this home, filed by the couple who owns it. The complaint states the wife was never able to move into the home built through Rebuild NC because the home does not accommodate her wheelchair. They claim that's a violation of the Fair Housing Act, and they are suing the State Office of Resiliency and Recovery that oversees Rebuild NC. WRAL has been covering issues with Rebuild for years. It was even the focus of a WRAL documentary back in 2022.
I asked him, I said, what are y'all doing, waiting on us to die so you can leave everything undone? They never answered, never responded.
Tonight, I'll explain the concerns that go beyond the lawsuit as we hear from another woman with issues as well. I'm also asking a number of questions of Rebuild NC, including if they stand by these homes. That story tonight at 6. Sarah Kruger, WRAL News in New Bern.
Drinking tea for bone health. The new research that shows why older women especially may want to pour themselves a cup of tea.
And a blue Christmas for those grieving loss, how to cope when it does not feel like the most wonderful time of the year.
The holidays are typically a time to spend with family and friends. However, the season can be lonely and heartbreaking for those who have lost loved ones. Instead of ignoring the festivities and self-isolating, psychologists suggest doing the opposite to help overcome negative emotions. Be aware that it could take time to associate holiday elements with new memories. The process isn't about forgetting loved ones, but rather moving on from the pain of their loss.
When it comes to memory, time doesn't really heal wounds. The way that memories change is ultimately new memories are formed that can compete with those old memories. And so when you engage with those sights and sounds, it's those new memories that will be brought up in a way that's overshadowing some of those older memories.
It can take time to associate holidays with new memories. And to prevent being overwhelmed, be specific and consistent with how you engage.
Drinking tea instead of a coffee could make a big difference in a woman's bone health. A 10-year study found that tea drinkers had slightly stronger bones compared to non-drinkers. And this may be because certain compounds in tea could offer a boost to the cells responsible for building our bones. 1 in 3 women over the age of 50 will be diagnosed with osteoporosis. Older women are at a particular risk as levels of estrogen, a hormone that supports bone metabolism, drop after menopause. And the FDA is expanding the use of the so-called little pink pill for women. Raleigh-based Sprout Pharmaceuticals put Addyi on the market 10 years ago. At the time, it was approved for pre-menopausal women who report emotional stress due to low sex drive. Now it's available for some post-menopausal women under 65. The once-daily pill, it acts on brain chemicals that affect mood and appetite. Patients who drink and take the pill could experience dangerously low blood pressure and fainting.
What's happening now in the WRAL Live Center, as we reported about 10 minutes ago, authorities in Iredell County updating this situation about a crash that happened at the Statesville Regional Airport about 10:15 this morning. Authorities did confirm this will be a lengthy investigation and that a corporate jet did crash. You can see the picture, and that aircraft engulfed in flames. The FAA, the NTSB already on scene. Right now, no cause of that crash. Airport is closed there at Statesville Regional Airport until further notice. Again, we don't know how many people on board or their identities. We do know that this was an airport that provided corporate facilities for Fortune 500 companies and several NASCAR teams. Will, of course, be updating this story. As we head to break, I want to give you a live look outside. The clouds are rolling in. Coming up, meteorologist Amy Wilmoth with a timeline of the rain that's headed our way and how it could impact your evening commute.
Our brand new WRAL documentary on 1 year of Bill Belichick at UNC premieres tonight. WRAL documentary investigator Kristen Severance gets into all of the drama on and off the field. She joins us now with what to expect. Kristen, this is a story that we've been watching unfold for over a year now.
Exactly. Now we're going to put it all together in this 30-minute documentary. We took a look at all of the hype, the headlines of the last year, put them into the doc, from how Bill Belichick was ultimately hired to just the unbelievable buzz surrounding the football program. Here is a very short clip of coaching Carolina the Belichick way.
I love this university with my entire being, and to see a man like him sit there on the dais and say the same things, it means the world.
We want to compete with the best, and we've hired the best coach.
They were going for the flex, if you will, of this guy, this six-time Super Bowl champion. He wants to come to UNC.
This wasn't just covered by sports. This was on the nightly news.
Now the NFL legend is giving it the old college try.
This was being covered, from the TMZ angle.
The Tar Heels introduced this guy today, their next head football coach.
And all offseason was a hype train that even at a certain point got off the rails. Because not only did you bring in Bill Belichick, you brought in his 24-year-old girlfriend as well.
Bill Belichick asking for her to be copied on emails.
Jordan Hudson shutting down a question on how the two met.
But instead, they're handling questions about Jordan with two O's again and whether or not she'll be allowed inside the stadium in the fall.
Are you surprised that Bill Belichick is in this position?
I watch his ex-players on all their podcasts, and they're all blown away by this particular distraction because they were told when they were players for him that he wouldn't stand for this stuff.
Oh, the Jordan factor. Kristen,
Right.
What surprised you the most producing this?
Oh, so much. I learned so much about college football, but I think here's what surprised me. The hiring process, the staff, and really why this season went the way it did. And we made this for football and non-football fans. So whether you know everything about the Belichick UNC situation or you really know nothing, I promise you're going to find this interesting. And Renee, everyone can watch The Belichick Way on all WRL platforms tonight at 7:30.
Yeah, this extends way beyond football.
Exactly.
High interest in this.
Yes.
Can't wait to see it. Kristen, thank you.
Thank you.
Michelle.
We can't wait. That's going to be so good. Thanks, guys. All right, I'm here in the WRL Severe Weather Center with meteorologist Amy Wilmoth. This is the rain that's heading our way.
It'll be here, and it probably gets here right during the evening commute.
Perfect.
So, right during an inconvenient time. But
Yes.
you know what? We need the rain. So I'm happy to see it on the radar. It's west of us right now, just to the west of Charlotte, just to the east of Asheville. So in between those bigger cities, and it's headed in our direction. It'll be here later this evening. Meteorologist Kat Campbell was just telling me a short time ago we actually hit 60 out at RDU for the first time this month. So it's the warmest we've been so far this month. Ahead of this cold front, temperatures are really warming up, and we'll stay in the 60s for the next several hours, upper 50s, low 60s, even into the overnight hours. So here's 5 o'clock this evening. Some showers will be possible. It's going to pick up as we progress through the evening commute. So we'll really start to see it increase 6, 7 o'clock tonight. Certainly by 10 and 11 o'clock tonight, we have widespread rain, maybe an isolated rumble of thunder. But this is 10 o'clock tonight, and we're still in the upper 60s, upper 50s and low 60s. This is after midnight tonight, still around 60 in Raleigh with widespread rain. So a lot of this will happen while you're sleeping overnight tonight as well. Let's pause the clock here at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. The front will be just to the west of our viewing area. And look at how mild it is to start the day tomorrow. We'll be in the 50s and 60s in the morning hours. So until that front moves through, temperatures stay very comfortable. This is noon tomorrow, still very mild. The rain is gone. Skies will begin to clear pretty quickly, and then the temperature will drop later in the afternoon and early in the evening. So by the time we get to around 6 o'clock tomorrow evening, we're in the upper 40s and low to mid 50s across the area. So the cold air lagging a little bit behind the front itself. As far as this isn't temperatures, this is wind. So ignore my banner. I messed that up. This is wind gusts. Okay, so it's going to be pretty gusty here as we head into the next few hours. It will stay pretty breezy this evening. evening, gusts anywhere from 20 to 25 miles per hour. And then the strongest winds will likely come tomorrow morning right in front of the cold front. So we'll pause the clock here at 5:30 in the morning. We could have gusts close to 30 miles per hour, and that will continue into the first half of our day Friday. So while it's mild outside, while it's dry outside right now, go outside and secure those outdoor holiday decorations. This is lunchtime tomorrow. Wind gusts still 30 to 35 miles per hour. The winds will start to settle down by the time we get to the evening hours tomorrow. This is a live look at Apex right now, and we have the clouds in place, but the rain still west of us for now. The rain will start to move in later on this evening. It's 58 officially right now at RDU, but again, we hit 60 just a short time ago. 61 in Fayetteville, 60 right now in Goldsboro. If you have some shopping plans this evening, just grab the umbrella. We'll have rain with us this evening and tonight. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, both look mild at this point. Both look dry as well. So a weather alert day today, quieter tomorrow, although breezy, and really the weekend looking good, nice and dry and a bit milder by the time we get to Sunday.
All right, thank you, Amy. Hitching a ride, a driver saves an unusual passenger from danger. Look at this cuddly creature. How they made it back to the wild.
We don't see those around here. No. Here are your winning Powerball numbers. We have 25, 33, 53, 62, and 66. The Powerball is 17. The multiplier is 4. No jackpot winner last night, so Saturday's jackpot, get ready for this, $1.5 billion. Go buy your ticket.
As we wrap things up, here's a look at a few of the headlines we are following today. New arrests in a string of Wake County car break-ins. This comes after more than a dozen people near Wake Forest reported guns, credit cards, and other items stolen from their cars. Surveillance footage shows one of those break-ins. Now, Justin Ramirez Duarte and Keyshawn Bird both face larceny and burglary charges. Investigators say they face similar charges in other counties in our area.
We are following breaking news. Multiple people are dead after a plane crash at an Iredell County airport. Images show the Cessna C-550 in flames after it went down at Statesville Regional Airport this morning. We confirmed that it was former NASCAR driver Greg Biffle's plane. No word yet on how many people were on board or who they were. We will bring you updates as we learn more.
If you are planning to fly for the holidays, parking reservations at RDU are selling out. The booking page for Park RDU says that Economy 4, Economy 3, and Express options are sold out online around Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and the few days after. Airport officials are telling people to plan ahead. AAA expects nearly 122 million Americans will travel for the holidays starting this Saturday.
Now to a remarkable story of kindness. A driver spotted a koala dodging traffic in the city of Brisbane and didn't want it to get hit by a vehicle. The driver threw a jacket over the koala's head and placed it on the bus, where it promptly climbed onto the yellow pole. The driver called a koala rescue organization to retrieve Perry the koala. He was examined and released into the wild. Koalas are on Australia's endangered species list due to urban expansion and wildfires in the area. And in case you're wondering about the name, it comes from a line in the Christmas Carol, The 12 Days of Christmas.
I'm glad that Perry is back in the wild. All right, well, our pet of the day comes to us from Hope Animal Rescue. Maxie is a gentle soul with the softest eyes and sweetest heart. She's a Merle mix, a little cattle dog, a little mystery, and 100% love. She's eager to learn and easy to train. Her ideal home includes a family that's often around her. She would love an active family, and a calm, confident dog friend would be a bonus. If you're interested,